Welcome to Wake Island. The 2021 version of this map was designed to bring about some training grounds for riflemanry, marksmanship, medicine, mobilized tactics, getting dressed, all kinds of different Arma stuff. As you can see here, we're kitted out with a few groups that are going to be training with us today. It includes a bit of pilocy. Anyway, I thought I'd show you around real quick and maybe do a little bit of promotion of modding. This particular training map might take you 75 mods to load. That's 112 gigabytes, which is not fucking around. If you're a real enthusiast and you want the full toy box, this is where you go. Let's take a little walk inside and see why modding is so cute. Alright. Not to mention the various things that you can do in the way of props. We have a huge assortment of weapons that are available. If you get the right mod pack, you can pretty much take your pick on what the heck you might want. This room is entirely dedicated to the British Armed Forces pack. There are other assets yonder for general purpose, but this side of the room at least is entirely British Armed Forces. Let's have a look. Oh, not entirely, but it's got a good review of the BAF stuff. You like our mannequins up here? That's pretty cool. Yeah, got our backpacks up there, right? So we've got our uniforms, we've got our stuff, you know, commando stuff, break-in stuff, climbing stuff. Alright, we've got our backpacks. Now let's move into some webbing here. Got some good gear on the table here. Yep. Very well placed objects. You don't like behaving objects if you don't know. Yep, this is very good. We've got our holsters and our webbing and our backpacks. Cool. Now let's take an admiration of this guy and the sniper kit over here. Nice. Bushwhacker marksman. Here are a few of the Car 15 style and what's now SA80 style. Used to be LS85, now it's Heckler and Koch as fuck. Look at those wonderful bits on the version 3 there. We can come around here and see some smalls. We've got ourselves a Gimpy. And we've got ourselves some of the rifles with the grenade launchers up here. That's very nice. Alright. Ourselves a nice little array of different ones. And attachments, magazines, and so on. Yeah, cool. Oh, let's get some L100 series in here. Let's get some LS86. The LSW of the LS85. Fantastic, yeah. I think there's a Cadet GP somewhere around here. And we've got our 100 series here. Lovely big bore rifles. We've got some wonderful pistols here. Yeah, get our pistol cleaning on, accessories and such. And we can come around to optics and scopes and things, suppressors and whatnot. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's quite the toy box we've got here. I don't remember that being like that, but that's okay. We must have lowered all of this. Yeah, we got the Scar in there too. It's not like we're not missing out on the American stuff here. And we got the lovely shotgun. What is that? That's a you're not going to tell me. Okay. What the hell is that? Spaz. Then we've got lovely rifles. Yes, big ones. Fantastic. All right, cool. Moving on. Yeah, all of the assets and scenery and all of that stuff, that's all mods too. Now we're moving into general purpose stuff a bit more, but we've got all kinds of different grenades, and that's really important because sometimes you want to set something on fire, sometimes you want make a big colorful rainbow. Maybe you want to blow some room to pieces, and maybe you just want to do something weird. Um, so there's lots of things. Maybe you want to make flashes and bangs, and maybe you just want it to be a practice nade. You see, all this is in mods. All right, coming around to here, we've got what a wonderful heap of medical junk. Big blood stain somebody's left on the table, not great. But as you can see, we've got these objects very well placed and behaved. That's a bunch of stuff that we can use in the medical field. Yeah, that's good shit. You know, the medical with Ace is pretty complete. Well, I wouldn't say complete, but it's getting there. We've got ourselves a bunch of noob tubes and some things that we can indirectly interfere with others with. So all this SoFlam and various maps. Again, mods. Then you've got yourself a minefield with all different kinds of mines, not just a couple. That's nice. And various kinds of explosives. And when you're using Ace, you want various kinds of explosives and various kinds of device so you can wire traps and do all kinds of creative things. And that is very much about modding. We've been neglecting our cool guys up here. Here's a dying cool guy. Let's actually go up a bit. Oopsie. Is it this one? Yeah. He's a cool guy, but this guy is too cool. Alright. Let's have a look. We have a bunch of stuff on the wall. It's fantastic. Alright. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this part. This is, excuse Heathrow going over. This is a wonderful thing that I did. Oh, look. Gizmos. More gizmos. Intelligence gizmos. Oh, and of course, our wonderful GMG. Alright, cool. So yeah, if you come in here, the arsenals are available, but not all of the statics are actuated, so you won't be able to pick up everything from the tables, but you get the idea. It's for showing off what the BAF Modpack is all about, which I thought was kind of cute. Now, if I can show you a couple of other places, I guess we'll go over to the rifle range? Sure. Nice little rifle range set up there. Got yourself an obstacle course. And again, a lot of these assets aren't available without the mods. You've got yourself the grenade range. Let's go see the grenade range. Ooh, this is a nice place to be for boom boom. Do you believe we've got some cool stuff in here too? Yeah, let's get used to repairing stuff and working with anti-tank weapons and doing all of that vehicular stuff. There's a wonderful place to be here. You can walk around it. You can see all of these wonderful things. Okay, anywhere you go is well furnished. That's the point. Really nicely furnished out. And yeah, if you've got 64 gigs of RAM, no problem. If you've got 16, you might find it a little laggy. Again, 75 mods. Quite a few. But you get the entire fucking toy box. By the way, these are also British. Arms Forces pack. Let's go see the range for grenades and pistols. Wonderful place to be. A few of my friends have been already, and back in the day. Yep, here you have your pistol range for moving up in maneuvers. And you can come into your grenade range 1, which is for throwing grenades. And it is, oh no, for launching grenades, excuse me. Which is pretty cool. Really far. Lots of targets. And if we come over to the throwing grenade range, you can see that you can get your long arm on and do your funky business. And you did see the pistol area here. Well, be advised that there are empty buildings here you can build your own Zeus stuff out of. Or you can get over here where pre-programmed stuff can appear. Yeah. So that's where you test all of your that might. And don't be alarmed, but there's an Arabic market going on out here. It's the usual souk. They keep us refreshed. It's fantastic. Now, before we go anywhere, we're just going to show you one more thing, which I'm hoping isn't lost. Here we go. I'm a little out of practice. It's been a couple of years. Lovely ships. And here I have Jack's Harbor. Jack was a bit bemused about his harbor being used by the military when they built this base and him taking over, but they built up a bunch of slab there and offered to only take a few of the areas for their patrol boats here while most of their big boats park outside. Well, they do take up a bit of space here doing some crew stuff, and they do take up a bit of time at the bar with their meetings. Yeah. They don't often smoke green in his shack, so that's cool. They don't steal his seashells. They don't mess about. Cool stuff. And yeah, that's a really nice place to be too. So just grab a kayak and come on by, if you've got the mods, you know, if you've got the 112 fucking gigabytes of mods. Now, this isn't all there is to see. There's a huge amount of air going on, and I've got this artillery base over here because you got to learn to use all the artillery pieces and the anti-air and the mortars. I mean, this place is decked the fuck out, you know? It's absolutely gorgeous. Of course, I put a massive amount of time into this, the building of it and stuff, so I'd be more than happy and proud to see people using it, but only if it doesn't lag you out, and only if you can actually afford the hard drive space for the mods. Yeah, we can train on this, yeah, we can do shenanigans on this all day long, but even if this is quite a laggy map, just being able to Zeus up and mission edit and do a bunch with all of these mods has been an absolute dream. Now, we are gonna now go to the arsenal because all of this doesn't just make itself. Let's take a look at this guy. Edit loadout. Is it Ace Arsenal I want? I can't remember. I don't think it is. Yeah, let's go to the virtual arsenal. Now, in lieu of the fact that most of you have played Arma before, I'm going to just leave out the hysterics except for this one bit. If anybody's been playing Call of Duty, or Ready or Not, or any of the fucking A-list games that are out, and you haven't been to Arma, and you haven't modded Arma, I want to point out, when we say that this is a simulation, we are not fucking around. I would like it to be in VR. That's one thing that's missing in the way of sim for me. And obviously you've got to have some, you know, real ballers to teach you the ropes and, like, proper military fucking spec, you know. And you got to know how to use all of this stuff, and as an extra layer, you've got to know how to use Arma's interface for all of this stuff. But there is so much gear available and simulated in Arma, it is not even funny. So, what have we got? We've got guns. We're not going to go over here yet. We're just going to look at the guns themselves. These are the guns you can choose from. If you have a historic or a very technical, perhaps scientific, like if you want to simulate something, here it is. They have ground down so much. There's been so much work put into how these guns operate. And don't get me wrong, they don't just like point at a target and then the computer thinks about, you know, what kind of randomized hit ratios, was it in a zone, you know, did it go through wood, that just means the same thing, whatnot. No, if you challenge the round by shooting it diagonally through something, it can hardly penetrate. It won't get through. If you shoot it straight through it, it'll do its job better. And the physics, the ballistics, everything is being ground down. Now, is every weapon entirely accurate to life? I'm not sure about that, but the military uses this, so it's going to be at least to a point. It actually, I can assure you, it's to a point. And then as far as the science is concerned, it's pretty damn accurate. But as far as the tactics is concerned, like you can get down. You've got every single piece of gear here, from you know you get the idea. Masses and masses of guns. Sort by alphabetical or by mod, so that you can just pull up the Russian stuff, for example, um, the British stuff, old cup stuff, yada yada. Very, very cool. Now over here, you've got, as if the party had ended, all of this gear that you see on this rifle comes from over in this section. Now right now we're sporting that Elcan Spectre, but we could sport the green one right there, yeah? You've got, I'm not going to fuck around with this guy too much. You've got all kinds of laser beams and muzzle devices and quite often bipods. Yes, you get the idea. All these launchers and various things you can put on your back, all of these pistols, uniforms galore from everywhere, right? This isn't Call of Duty. Different kinds of web packs. You've got backpacks and Bergens of all kinds, including the radio pack this dude's wearing. Berets, helmets, it goes on and on and on. Okay, so you got facials, night vision, binoculars, maps. I mean, you've got okay, it's pretty fucking lonesome. Um, yeah, some of this is just technical, and you just need a few of them. Radios of various kinds is important, though. They're all very scientifically accurate. When you're using TFAR and stuff, you get to work out which fucking crystal and block and all of that crap you're using with your PRC. It's great. So anyway, you've got this massive loadout system. And if I'm just going to indicate a few things here, you've got things like the Hunt IR grenade. So, okay, that grenade launcher is amazing and it can blow people up, but it can also lay down smoke. And it also can lay down buckshot. And it can also lay down stun grenades. And it can also lay down these Hunt IR rounds, which you pop up into the air. And they're basically an infrared camera on a hook with a parachute. And it just floats slowly down. And you get to see things for a while from above with a little monitor that you also have to equip. You get the explosives out, and you've got to think very carefully about whether you've got the right detonator, you've got the right explosive, you've got timers with you or whatever else you're going to need. If you've got your med kit on you, you do have your med kit on you. That's down here, and it's quite extensive. As you can see, bananas. That's a bit of a giggle. Bandages of like 5 different kinds. You've got blood of various sizes, and you've got bottles of booze, cable ties, and cans Fanta, and all that crap. Like, this is stuff you can put on people when they have to be searched and whatever else, or you can have in a place. And trenching tools, fortification. You can build, you can dig. I mean, this place is absolutely fucking amazing. It's nothing like what you've seen out of any other game. So I'm sitting here, sorry about this chapter for those people who know Arma, know the mods, and for those who are well aware of Arma but just don't see a huge mod kit every so often, well, this is the reason why. You can be spray painting the doors as you search through a town so that you can be working in a couple of groups and moving around without wasting time. You can add mods if you want to make it so that you need to be thirsty or other things. We do have a bit of that, but it's turned down, I think, in Ace Medical. Wire cutters, yep, you get the idea. Ropes for climbing. This is all stuff that you have to figure out how to do in these mods, like the climbing mod and the abseiling, the urban rappelling mod, for example. That's a mod that makes it possible to rappel. How are you going to do special forces junkie shit and be like, oh, we don't have that mod, Some are a bit more stupid, to use the term. There are cigars in here. There are cigarettes in here. But there is nothing fucking funnier then slapping the trash out of some BMP with 5 of you. You've been getting wrecked for about half an hour, loads of respawns. You finally slap this BMP, and somebody pulls out a cigarette. In other news, there's a animations one, and it's all about the briefings animations and the ability to be able to do, push-ups or do like animated stuff with your body apart from just sort of crouch and stand and do stuff around. It's an animations thing, but again, there's nothing funnier than watching a briefing going on and then somebody new exploring the animations mod stands up on one of the Hescos and just starts peeing on someone because that's one of the animations. Come on, boys and girls, the mod pack is fucking stupid sick. Body bags, all of the rest of it. So fucking here we are. We've got this enormous mod pack, and let's cancel that. The fact that you can put pretty much anything together with it is really what's stupendous about it. I really hope the audio has actually come through on this motherfucker because I've just spent a lot of time talking about this, and I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to hear me. So, that's good. Yeah, helicopters and all of the rest of the stuff, we're having a good time with this. Consider getting the 2024 version of the blue mod pack. Something fresh, blue pack is where we are. And then you can see my tank factory. Yes. Yes, fantastic. Yeah, once you're getting dressed in the virtual arsenal and you realize how much decking out you can do. Once you get into editor or Zeus and start planning out missions and you realize that you can actually furnish them pretty well. Once you get out of the baked old vanilla Arma, if that's what you've been doing with your poor self, then you do have a good time. I'm not saying that you can't have a good time without all these mods, but I've got a whole hangar here developed for this NGO IDAP, and they're doing a damn good job, I'm just telling you. And all of these assets, some of them's floating, are really well placed. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay, guys, it's been great. I hope this recorded well. I'll see you in the Armorverse.